Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, trees of righteousness back at it. Hey, it's been a while since we had a live, but all together. But all praises to the Most High for allowing us to go ahead and have this. We got brother Yadon. He's out in Atlanta right now. But he jumped on so he could be a part of the class, a part of the mission, right? We got going on since we can't be out because of the weather. We got Captain Jehu. He's on here too. He's on the move too. He's trying to make things work. It's like trying to make things go well for the camp. So we're gonna be going into a little bit of the wickedness that's going on in the United States, and we're gonna talk about the international issues as well. Hey, shalom, shalom. We got Kanayala the Lion. You know our brother. He in the chat. Shalom. Hey, we got brother Kobe, brother Khan. Shalom. Shalom. We here. We have some problems getting started, but all praises to the Most High. We are here for another Shabbat to give a lesson. If we can't hit the streets, we're going to hit these internet streets. And before we get anything started, let's give all praises and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Shalom, shalom, shalom. The water. It's the Most High. He's given us another wonderful Shabbat to keep it. It's give us a day of rest so we can rest from our works and our weariness. So we can just kind of relax and rest in Him. Because that's what the Sabbath day is made for. Sabbath day is made to rest, for a man to rest from all the ills of society. It's to recharge your battery physically and spiritually. That's what it's here for. Yahweh Shai said, he said that the Sabbath was made man wasn't made for the Sabbath, but the Sabbath was made for man. It's meaning that it's okay to do well, good. It's okay to rest on the Sabbath, to do those kind of things. But us as workers for the Most High, they talk about camps. A lot of people like to talk ill about camps, but we out here doing the work. We out here bringing in we're in here reaping the harvest, to say. We're trying to. We're trying to bring in the people into the fold so that we can get back to the law, statutes, and commandments, so that we can get out of this place. It's because we live check to check. Most of us are living check to check. Most of us are in a situation that we wouldn't like to be in, but the Lord said that if we would keep His commandments, He had blessings for us. But a lot of our people are living under their curses, and we're trying to remove that from our people.
Come.
Shalom, shalom, Jehu.
Shalom. I can hear you now. Shalom, everybody. All praise to the Most High. Shabbat shalom.
And Shabbat shalom. Do you have something you want to add in there? Or you still?
I'm now, King. I'm right with you. All praise to the
Okay,
Most High. I'm right here. I'll jump in a second. Con.
okay, con. Because hey, when we can't get out to the streets, man, we forget, hey, we got to hit the internet streets. We got this zeal and this fire that we got to give the people something, right? We got to give you a little something, even though we can't be out there in the streets. Brothers got the zeal on them. Brothers want to go out here, wake our people up, and get them out of this rut that we're in. Because if we don't do it, who's gonna do it? How the people are gonna hear if they don't have a teacher, right? Let me pull that up actually. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. Because there's a lot of people out here just teaching, but they have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge, like it says in Romans 10:2. But we try to come out here and give them the unadulterated truth. We try to give them, thus saith the Lord, the prophets, and the wisdom, and the gospel without any fillers, right? Sometimes you have to give it to them with, sometimes you got to be straight to the point with them and just nail it into them. Sometimes you got to kind of spoon feed it. We have to spoon feed it to them slowly. All praise to the Most High that He given us a spirit to do those things. Though. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, just wanted to say Slovakia because I was I had to mute because the sister had came up and she saw my apocrypha and she was like, "What is that?" And I had to go into it for a little bit.
All
So
right.
took a pic. She took a picture of it, everything. She said, "I'm about to order that right now, man." So
All praises.
all praise to the Most High. But what I missed, I couldn't hear anything. I was too focused on that.
All just saying that we out here, we got to give the people the word, and how can the people hear if they don't have a preacher, right?
Kind
How are they
of,
gonna know? Like it's unless somebody come out here and teach them. Like it's, so
right.
I was gonna pull that up. Like
Okay.
it's because the Most High, He's made some of us preachers, some apostles, something like that. Some people are just followers, but the Most
Yep.
High, He's given us a spirit to want to come out and teach the people. So that's a greater responsibility that we have. Like when we do that, so we can't just sit on our hands like it's when the weather get bad and just be like, hey, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna go out and teach the people. I'm not gonna put
Right.
my brick in. We got to
Right.
do that. That's what we got to do. And brothers have a zeal to do it because the Most High has given us that spirit to do
Yeah, yeah, and all praise to the Most High for that, man. Like you were going into, brothers obviously get tired, right? We got jobs, we got families that we got to take care of,
it.
but we put the Lord first, man. But he even asked you in Exodus, who was on the Lord's side? Are you
Right.
on his side Monday through damn Thursday, or is it 7 days a week, 24/7, man?
Right.
So,
Right.
so
Yeah, I was gonna bring out that verse that's it's in Romans. It's Romans 10 and 11. And it reads, how then shall they call on him who they have not believed? And it says, and how shall they believe on him whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent? Because the Lord, He sent us out. He gave us the spirit to go out and teach the people. Because how can they believe on the Mashiach? How can they believe on the Messiah, the Lord, who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, if nobody tells you about him? How can we believe? How are we supposed to hear about him if there's nobody out there teaching about him?
right.
So that's
That's
what the Lord, He gave us that spirit. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying that's a beautiful point because it's also in Isaiah 58. The Lord told us to raise our voice up like a trumpet and to show our people their transgressions, man. We
Right.
have to actually be out there and show them whether they like it or not. Our mission is to be out there and to give the word, right? So that's a beautiful point that you went into right there. But how they gonna know that if we ain't out there?
Right.
It's a good
How
point.
they gonna know? Like and I thank the Most High that He gave us the spirit to want to do this because we live in this little town. It seems little. I'll say it's little, but it's one of the bigger towns in Tennessee. It's one of the bigger towns, but you don't really see people out in the street teaching or preaching. You might see them like when it comes Easter, they running around holding the cross with the wheel on it, walking around talking about Jesus saves. But
Mm,
when they're like, it's okay when people have real problems and have real questions, all they can say is start leaning into their own understanding of the scripture and just start speaking their own words, not really coming out of the Bible with what they're saying.
mm, yeah.
Because I don't know how many times we done had people walk up to us like, yeah, I love Jesus. I'm like, okay. Like, yeah, what do you do what he said? What like yeah, he said to love your neighbor and love God, and that's it. Because
Mm.
he fulfilled the rest of the law. Like it's like what does him doing the law have to do with you doing the law?
Right.
You gotta still do it for yourself. You can't get into the
Yeah.
kingdom on the back of the works of anybody else but yourself, of your own strength.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a quick precept on that because
Okay.
what it really is coming down to that, and the thing that I've noticed, especially with the so-called Christians or the people that actually try to go out there and preach the word or whatever, when you ask them certain questions, it's almost as if it's sort of they're seeking their own lusts, like the Bible says. Let me find
Mm.
that. Um, 'Cause you could say, "Are you supposed to love your brother?" And they'll say, "Yeah." But then you say, "Are you supposed to eat pork?" They say, yeah, that's fine. But you go into the law and show them you're not supposed to, and all of a sudden that is what's done away. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
thing is easier for them to keep, that's what still stands. But the things that they don't want to keep, that's what's done away, and that's something I've definitely noticed.
Yeah, they accuse us of picking and choosing the scriptures we want to keep,
Right,
but they'll pick and choose what they want to follow.
right, yeah, that's what it is.
We'll tell them, hey, we can't sacrifice because there's no temple. We don't there's certain things you when you have a temple, you have to have the priesthood and the high priest. And since the temple is not here, we don't have a high priest physically on the earth to do these things. But we have a high priest in heaven after the order of Melchizedek through who the word ignorantly calls Christ through our Messiah.
Yeah. Verse. Oh, sorry. Let me get this quick piece up. It's
No, go ahead.
2 Timothy. It was 4 and verse 3. That's what I want. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they
Mm,
heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables.
mm. That's true. That's true. And that's what's happened.
Yeah.
Our people they don't want to they don't want to listen to sound doctrine, the good
Right.
teachings. Cause
Right.
like because even when we were going into the Torah portion, because my family gets together, we do the Torah portion every week. It was going into the different things. It was saying that we have to be separate from these other nations. That the Lord He separated us from these other nations, but
Right.
we want to be just like the other nations, and that's nothing new. That happened as soon as Moses went up on the mountain. The people like Moses ain't been here. Let's make ourselves a god
Mm.
like the other nations. He
Yeah.
was gone 40 days, 40 nights. He come the Lord's like, hey Moses, the people down there tripping. He like, what they doing, Lord? They done made a idol. Moses about to go off. Moses like, man, I'm getting ready to head down the mountain. I'm about to like and the most I said, don't worry about it. I got this. I'm about to destroy all of them. And Moses like, wait. Hold hold on a minute. Like you ain't got to destroy them, Lord. Like like they yours to do whatever, but you ain't got to destroy them. He said, man, I'll destroy all of them, and I'll make a great nation out of you. I can raise up stones, right? Kids, and I can raise up a whole nation out of you, Moses. But Moses had the mind state that we have. It's like we care for our people and we want the prosperity for them. So we intervene on the behalf to the Most High for our people. And like, Lord, just, I'll handle this. Like, yeah, I'm going to set the people right. And the Lord, He gives us the grace and the mercy to do that, so that we can get our people out of this wicked system. Get our people out of the wickedness of these other nations so that we can come back as a nation. Because like they said in Psalms 83, they try to get rid of us, that we be a nation no more. Like is in us, we tried to build the bridge with our brothers and sisters so that we can get them back on this side, get them back on this side of the covenant with the Most High, where you can receive the blessings instead of the curses.
Uh, uh,
Oh man, but like kind of y'all try to jump in. Oh, he lost. Man, hey, try to see if you can use the email address. Hey, we see if you can jump in that way. If you need anything, need any further assistance, hit the chat. We can try to help you with that so you can get back in if you want to jump in line. Uh, but hey, without further ado, we can kind of jump into some of the topics regarding the wickedness of the U.S. and the wickedness of the UN. Because my brother, he got some mighty words to say. He got some mighty words to say about what's been going on, and I want to give him time to go to bring that up. But I also just heard of this the other day, where well, I'm gonna pull up the article actually. Let me pull up the article. But because there's there's so much going on in the earth. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to keep up with everything, to be honest. All the wickedness that's going on,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate I hate that so much of it's going on, but we got to point these things out. We
Yeah.
we as the people have to point these things out.
Yeah.
So this is
Well,
what
especially
this
what
so
see that.
this is what I was talking about right here. What you saying? You
Trust.
said something. You're done.
Oh no, I just
Can
said.
you see that?
Yeah, yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
God. Sorry, I don't have the ad-free version of this site.
Hey.
But what happened is that they tracked this guy across states, an ex-cop, because he planned a attack. Now it says planned New Orleans attack, like is, but it like is where he was trying to attack was the actual what we believe is the jazz festival, where where a lot of our people will be. So I'm gonna go in down into the article. I'm gonna read a little bit of it. So as you read, it says the police in Burlington, North Carolina, sent out a disturbing bulletin Wednesday. A former police officer from that region was missing, potentially suicidal, and headed for New Orleans. Family said that he had made recent threats to harm black people.
Mm,
Where was this in the news?
great. I ain't
I
seen
did
this on Channel Six
on
News.
Wednesday, right? You didn't hear nothing about this, right?
No.
Nothing at all. It said, if you read this, it says by then, Christopher Gilliam, 45, was already 700 miles into his journey on the coast of Florida, armed with a handgun and a few hundred rounds of ammunition. Not like he was going down there just to, man, this one person, I'm about to settle this with him. He had hundreds of rounds of.
Mm, that is insane. Oh,
Can you hear me?
oh, there you go. I think yeah, you had broke up for a second, but I hear you now.
Yeah, let me kill my picture because that might help out. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
God, all right. Yeah, too much. It's taking up too much bandwidth apparently. But he went down there with a couple hundred rounds of ammunition to harm black people, harm black people. And then when you read down on here, I'm gonna read down a little further. It says Gilliam never got that far before police and federal agents in 3 states orchestrated the arrest late on Wednesday in a Destin hotel. So he made it down to Florida, right? But it says on Thursday he was slated to be extradited to Louisiana to face state charges related to the terroristic threats from an investigation led by their FBI and the state police, right? But what they didn't say is that he had a family member that called in that said he'd been making threats about hurting black people. They didn't say that. They didn't put that in any kind of news footage that I know of. They didn't put any of that he was supposed to be harming black people. Like it's because usually when these things happen, it be plastered all over the news. But when it comes to like them harming us, it's kind of like faded out. Nobody really want to say anything about it. Like
Right.
it's there's a video out by the amazing Lucas, right? He's a YouTuber with a channel. He talks about political things of such nature. He kind of like put me on game on this because I watch the news from time to time, but I'm not really into it like that. I be in my Bible, but at the same time, we got to be looking for the signs of the times too.
Right.
So when this came out, I was like, dang, I didn't hear nothing about this. Because usually I get some kind of news story that comes across my feed or anything. Didn't hear anything about it though. But I did hear about the mass shootings in Louisiana. That was another mass shooting in Louisiana.
Mm. Wow. You're breaking up again, huh?
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
okay. Yeah, I might have to go out and come back in, try to see what's going on with this internet connection. So Salakia. But what was happening was that we see that our people are fighting amongst each other, and we've got to address these things.
Right.
We're supposed to bring back, like, we got to build the bridge between our people. Like, yes, we've got to be the ones to be like, hey, we've got to address our issues in our community. We don't need anybody outside of our community trying to tell us how to do it. Like, it's the best information on how to fix something within your community comes from within your community. It's just that our people have to hearken, and you have to hear the words that are coming from brothers that got wisdom and a good sense to pull their people together, not for like they say dirty lucre, as the Bible says, but we doing it because we love the Most High, and we want to bring our people together to get out of these curses and get them out of the curses too.
Con. Salakia. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I want to get a precept in there if y'all if I can don't mind. Can I get Isaiah? I think it's pardon, it's Jeremiah 8 and 7. Baba
I
Kashaf.
got you.
The water.
This is Jeremiah 8 and verse 7. It
Con.
says, yea, the stork in the heaven knoweth her appointed times, and the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe the times of their coming. But my people know not the judgment of the Lord.
Con. Con. So the Lord he's always talking about my people, and the Bible describes or identifies the Israelites as God's people. And we know the Israelites to be the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans on this hemisphere, right? And we're all scattered around the world. But the point is, the Lord is identifying His people as people that are really we're silly. We don't understand the judgment of the Lord. And so this
Right.
Edomite, who has a perpetual hatred for God's children, you know what I mean, was planning a mass murder, a mass attack, right? At the essence, what do you say was the Essence Fest?
Oh no, it
Essence
was
Fest
the
thing,
Jazz Fest. Jazz Fest.
the
At
Jazz
least
Fest, right?
that's
Everybody,
what they believe. It could have been
yeah,
either because he didn't say particularly.
yeah. Well, it was somewhere where it was going to be a bunch of jakes, a bunch of our people,
Hmm.
willy nilly, maybe have a few sips of some wine and in good spirits and just having a good time, so called good time in captivity, but not understanding the time of judgment. Like we are at war physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, at all points. We're at war, But our people almost got caught slipping, in that situation where this Edomite was gonna, take out his vengeance, on our people because we're not prepared. We're not thinking about, hold on, we're not vigilant, and that's how we need to be. We need to be vigilant. It's most of these fests and things like that. They are on the Sabbath day. They on the Shabbat. You know what I mean? So a lot of our people are breaking that rule, that law right there, and they're going to be, having a good time, not even thinking about the Lord and not thinking about His judgment, and that's when their judgment comes. So our people need to get back in line, and our people need to come to the understanding is that there's nothing that we can do in the land of this captivity but do our best to keep the commandments of God, because His judgment is coming on this entire planet. You know what I mean? And the only people that are going to make it out are His children that are doing His will. I land
Hey,
my plane.
that's true. Man, we gotta keep our eyes open. And this is one of those times. Like that was beautifully put, because we do have to keep our eyes open for the signs of the times. Like that includes myself. So I gotta get a little more and make sure I'm looking at my news feeds a little bit here and there. Because man, it's crazy how things will happen like that. We don't know, those people don't know how close they were to death and how it could be their time to go. But the Lord, like it's somebody, like it's I can't say for sure which camp was praying for them, but we know that we stay in prayer for Israel, and the Lord intercedes in that behalf, on our behalf, to save those people, because they could have been gone, and the Lord is giving them that time to now. Hey, that could have been my life. Maybe I'm not living my life right, and I need to turn things around. That's the mind they should have. But I doubt that, if, like you said, how could the people gonna know if they don't have a preacher out there to tell them? And that's why
Kind
we got to be out there and hit these streets. I land.
real quick precept to go along with what Brother Jehu was going into. I'm gonna stay in the same book, Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish; they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. That's
Right.
right along with what he was going into, man. They weren't paying attention. This could have been the end of plenty of lives, man. And it's like the scripture was saying. They're wise to do evil, though. They know how to pour up shots, how to roll up blunts. But they don't know how to gird up their loins and get out of danger.
Mm,
Right? I'll land right there.
Con, 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 con. That's definitely the description of the Lord's people, man. You know, we got to get on board. We got to know that we're in danger at every aspect, every point of the day. We're in danger. You know, and the only thing that's going to protect us is these commandments. That's why the Lord said that it's we keep them for our good. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point. Man, it's really crazy how, just like that, the scripture says, we don't see these things. We don't. Like it, and how it doesn't, for those who have eyes, how they don't have the spirit to be like, man, I gotta let my people know about these things. You should be wanting to be out there to tell somebody. I'm not telling you you have to go out there and start yourself a camp, but you got, like, yeah, we have an obligation to each other as a nation, as a people, to wake each other up, to try to pull back the scales from each other's eyes, to realize what's going on around us. That we're always in a spiritual war. We're not always gonna have all these things happening to us where where you can just sit back and be chill, relax, just let life happen. That we have to be active in our own salvation, like it's like, because that's the only way we're gonna get out of this thing. It's being active in our own salvation, of waking up our people, like it's getting them back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God.
Right.
Like
Alan.
I got a precept real quick, Aki. This is Leviticus 19 and uh verse number 16. It says, "You shall not go up and down as a talebearer among your people, neither shall you stand against the blood of your neighbor. I am the Lord." So we have a duty and an obligation to see when a brother is going off, when a brother is doing something detrimental. It's our obligation to, to warn that brother or sister. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing as what whoever it was. Sometimes these heathen. Sometimes the Most High puts a spirit on them, and He uses them to destroy the plans of the enemy as well. Sometimes they'll fall on their own tongue. But either way, the Most High, spoiled the plan of that Edomite, that devil, excuse me, and warn, and we were able to warn our people, you know, keeping them from danger. Now, they're not totally saved from danger just because one Edomite got exposed. But every day, every Shabbat, that you see a brother out here, with one of these camps, mainly the one West camps, out here on the streets, on the highways and byways, warning our people. They're on these internet highways, warning our people. We're keeping this commandment. We're warning our people. We are the prophets at the last days, and we're rising up, and we're trying to warn our people. You have to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's the only way. That's when you get the spirit of wisdom. That's when the Lord guides your steps, because man's goings are of the Lord. We already understand that. That's, what I mean. We already understand man's goings are of the Lord. But also, the Lord says that. Let me get that in Deuteronomy real quick, y'all. I'm gonna get right back. This is Deuteronomy 32 and verse number 39. It says, "See now that I, even I am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand." Right? So if man's goings are of the Lord, sometimes the Lord has man's going to death. They're going to the sword, right? Some of them are going to captivity, So in order to avoid those steps, those paths, we need to be keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what we got to be doing.
John, real quick precept on that.
Okay,
Can
what you
y'all hear
got?
me?
Yeah.
Okay, kind of real quick precept. You look at 2 Ezra 16 and 75. It says, "Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord God. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves." Man, our people gotta ask themselves real quick, man, because that what just happened. That's a sign from the Most High right there, man. I mean, he gave you mercy. Now, are you gonna let him be your guide? Are you gonna actually keep the commandments, keep the precepts? Because according to Psalms 11, let me get that real quick.
God, man, the spirit be moving
Psalms
you.
11, 111 and 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
That's
You
right.
you, you got to do the commandments if you want this wisdom, man. If they were doing the commandments and filled with wisdom, they wouldn't even been in that situation. Brothers would have been out of there, man. And you know, Jake, one running, we all running. We ain't asking no questions, man. That's how it would have been if brothers was walking in the commandments.
That's
Con,
right.
con. Hey, absolutely. Um, I forgot what I was going to say on that one, but absolutely, that's a good, great precept to bring out too.
Right.
Um, that the spirit of wisdom, man. If you don't have it, and that's just going into keeping the commandments. If you don't have it, you're going to run into a lot of turmoil and trouble. These things are a lot of calamity is going to happen. Like he said, that
Right.
was what I was going to say. That was mercy that the Most High allowed. Because I mean, think about if you was one of them people that bought a ticket. You done bought a ticket, you got your outfits, Jake, what I mean, in advance. We done got a ticket. We done took off for that whole weekend. We gonna call the babysitter. Shalom out.
Oh, there you go.
Shalom out. He probably still can't.
Come on.
We done called the babysitter. We done got all these things set up to go into this fest. And then you hear about on the news how close you were to death. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. And
Huh?
just to put on the point we were talking about earlier, when we were talking about we have to watch out for each other. We have to warn each other. I was reading in Leviticus in chapter 20 when it was talking about that we have to, if we saw that a stranger or anybody of our people were they were committing a sin, like is that they should be put to death, and we see it and we say nothing. The Lord said He gonna cut off us and our family for not
Wow.
saying anything.
Mm.
That's a 20. That's a chapter 20, starting at verse 1, going down to to verse 6 if you want the full context of it. And then coming on right after that, it says in verse 7 of Leviticus 20, it says, sanctify yourselves therefore and be holy, for I am the Lord your God, and ye shall keep my statutes and do them. I am the Lord which sanctified you. And that's what we have to do. We have to keep the commandments. And if we don't say anything about it, we're held accountable. And the Lord said he'll go above that. And like, if you don't want to say nothing, I'm not only just going to punish you, but I'm going to punish your family as well.
Wow.
So we have a greater responsibility. I think, hey, Shalom, King. You can't, I can hear you. Oh, I hear you. There you go. Yeah. All praises.
I just went through absolute torture to get on here. Like, torture to get on here. And shit was spazzing. All praises most. I just want to say shalom to y'all. I'm actually kind of glad it rained. Hey, an old man's hurting, dog. I was out there racing my son, racing Jackson. I can't even move, bro. Like
yeah, we ain't like we used to be.
I'm hurt, dog. Like, cause we was out there practicing for the 40. Didn't mean to derail the conversation, but I can't even. I'm hurt. I'm hurting. But I just want to say shalom. All praise to the Most High. You want to say shalom, Jackson?
Slakia. I'm gonna be right back. They just pulled up. I'm gonna holler at them real quick.
Can y'all hear?
Yeah, I can hear you, Jehu.
Okay. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You might have to tell Yaden. You might want to move.
I got him.
I can move. Okay.
Yeah, Lion. Yeah, we ain't like, you know what I mean? It's been a little while, brother, since you.
Hey, well, you know, hey, Moses didn't lose a beam in his eye until he was 120.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah, but we ain't Moses though.
You ain't Moses. I was gonna say I want to let you come to that.
Hey man, I felt good afterwards, but getting up now and walking around, my hips feel like I don't know, man. I ain't got
I'll be having a hip hop too. Yeah, but
y'all brothers are going in. All praise to the Most High. I just want to say something right quick, because last night we actually had if y'all don't mind, just give a brief story on what happened. Like last night over here, y'all know I'm not gonna say where we stayed, but there was a big fight. I'm talking about ginormous fight. Can somebody give me Isaiah 59, please? I have to get this off. Like, it's on my spirit. I just want to get on here. I don't want to interrupt the lesson. Shalom to everybody. All praise the Most High, all over to the households. But y'all can hear the emotion in my voice. Like, I have to get this out. So, like, man, we go outside. You know, Ariel and fucking Josh are outside playing with them, and we hear Ariel on the phone, and we just hear a whole bunch of, hey, no jumping in, or what was going on? Come here, Jackson. Come here, Ariel. Because I just want to go, and I'm not trying to derail the lesson. I just have to get this out.
You got it. We good.
So go ahead and tell your side what was going on, because this was all our people. And this is why I want to read Isaiah 59, because this was all our people, and and I was trying to explain to them, because they were being emotional, kind of emotional about it, because they love our people. We want to see our people get along. So go ahead.
Where do you want me to start?
At the beginning.
We were down, me and Yasser was down playing basketball, and we just heard a lot of commotion at the apartments. And so I said, Yasser, let's go, because our people already love to see somebody fight. So we went up there. We see a group of just our people, everything matching, and they're just like waiting on something. Like, we were asking what is going on, because they know, because they know us. They know we like to stop the fights. They know that we don't like fighting over here. And then, like, come in, they all left, and they came back, and they saw the girl, and everybody started walking to the park, and we started following, yelling, y'all need to chill, don't fight. And we went to they got to the park, and then they made a circle, and they just start fighting, and we was in the middle, just start breaking the stuff up.
Now to let me back off that, because these are kids, these are babes out here, 50 kids out here, no parents, none. So when I hear that on the phone, me and your pa, okay, we go down there because I don't know what's going on. You know how we get as people. People get to pulling out guns. People get to pulling out knives.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going down there to get my cubs out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So as soon as we get down there, it's just chaos. Y'all know the scene. Bunching, and this is why I want to read Isaiah 59. Can somebody start at
Where you want?
verse 6?
I got you. It's
Verse 6.
Isaiah 59 and verse 6.
Huh.
The webs shall not become garments, neither shall they cover themselves with their works. The works are works of iniquity, and the acts
All that
of
out
violence.
there, straight iniquity. I just look, this is like heavy on me right now because it was just so much destruction and just we have love for our people. So sorry, go ahead.
Like it, and Salakia. Do you want me to start from the beginning or just continue?
No. Where you at?
Okay,
I'm
kind.
in the middle of it.
And the acts of violence is in their hands. Need their feet
Chaos
run to
when we
evil.
down there. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. It's delayed on my end. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
It's a matter of fact,
verse
I'm
7.
gonna have him read it because it's delayed on my end.
Kind.
Because it's delayed. Go ahead. You start at 6.
Verse 6?
Yeah.
Verse 7. Start at 6. All right. This is Isaiah 59 and verse 6.
Okay.
Their webs shall not become garments,
okay,
neither shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity, and the act of violence is in their hands.
I mean, just no order. Kids 14 between there was babies down there, like 4-year-old kids down there. And this is go ahead. This is the point.
Verse 7. Their feet run to evil.
Run to evil. Our feet run to evil and mischief. We run to see one of us getting stomped out. We run to see these things. And as soon as I got down there, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I roar. I'm talking about the biggest roar I've ever did in my life because that was all I could do. So I yelled at the top of my lungs and broke all that shit up. And your pa's right behind me. You know, she's screaming, going crazy. So like I'm yelling, like to everybody get the are y'all doing, going crazy, breaking, they're all kids. So they all just turned around and I made them disperse because the police were on their way. And who knows what would have happened if you just don't know. Like they was down there in the middle of breaking that up. What if I wouldn't have got there in time when the police came in and shot one? Anything could have happened. So just go ahead.
They make haste to shed innocent blood.
That's our people. That's our people. Go ahead.
Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity.
There was nothing righteous about anyone down there. Like when I was talking with the kids down there, and this is the state of our people. I'm talking to the young men down there. Oh, well, I'm just making sure no one jumps in. How about you just prevent the shit? How about we don't let our princesses fight? How about y'all restore order? It's a bunch of men down there, and y'all are letting all these women fight. Mothers were down there. Like there was mothers down there. This is our people.
Right.
Like, and go ahead.
Now, Salaki, I was just gonna add on that. I was in a situation similar to that. You remember, you actually drove past and seen that. You know what I mean? And
it was
and
something
it
similar to that.
Huh?
It was something similar to that, but add 40 more people. It was just like that.
That's crazy. Like 40 more people. Because the situation I was in was just like he's explaining. A gun got pulled. I got shot at. Kids got hurt. People got hurt. All types of madness. And like the brother said, a lot of our people are indoctrinated with this bad girls club mentality and all of this wickedness that they see on social media and TV. Hey, did y'all see I forgot the name of that network, but it's a black dude that owns it. But his daddy is like the archbishop of the Christian church in Israel. But he owns this popular black network. They got like the Bad Girls Club and all these different black shows. And the black dude is the face of it. But really, it's run by the Zionists.
Wow.
I can't think of the name. I'll send it to you, man. But basically,
it ain't Revolt, is it?
It may be, no. I think I want to say Revolt may be Puff Daddy's. That might be.
He had to sell it, so I didn't know if that was.
It may be. It may be. I'll think of it in a minute. But long story short, the black dude, they making him like, oh yeah, he's doing all this, but all of his shows are like degrading our people. But I only went there because our youth are. This is how they're being trained up. They're being trained up to think like this. Like you see it all the time. They'll kick a girl in the face, she bleeding. A dude will slam a girl on the head. You know what I mean? And they no mercy. We don't have no mercy for each other, and it's wicked, man. And the love is gone from our people. And yeah, I'm sorry y'all had to deal with a situation like that, but it really opens your eyes to how our people are just destroyed, man.
Just destroyed, and as soon, and I really feel like in my mind, like, because all I could do was yell, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then come, and I had to grab mine because it was chaos. So in the middle of me doing all that, I'm looking for them, looking for these two, and I find them and I grab them up because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, but come to find out, they're in the middle of it trying to break it up. I guess they're doing what they can do, but you know, and then like after that, it just caused a ripple effect. Like a little girl it's from Montgomery Village. Like, I guess I don't know what's going on, but some little girl who knows, I'm not gonna give names, knows your pa, tried to say your pa had a weapon, like came down there with a weapon. Like,
she should have shit.
Like,
I'm be mad if she didn't come with a weapon. Shit.
But no, like the point is they're trying to like start some extra stuff. Like, we went down there to break it up, and it just shows that our people are even when chaos is going on, they're not in the state of mind of forgiveness, of resolve.
No.
Keep reading.
What wasting and destruction are in their path.
That's it. Go ahead.
Verse 8. The way of peace they know not.
They don't know peace. After all that happened and the police pulled up, was there peace? No, they tried to start it over again. And to further lamb it down on this, 2 weeks ago, I didn't even tell y'all this, the same thing happened in front, and it was the same group of girls. Me and this one, we took the girl. These girls took a bus here. Let me show you the mind of our people. They took a metro bus here, right? How was you? Okay, so this is, and when I had them in the car, because I got them in the car, and we took them back home. Nobody knows about this. We got all them girls. They came down here. They rode a bus 4 deep, trying to fight a whole apartment complex.
That's crazy.
So we stopped that. The police came and everything. They were trying to argue, but I was like, y'all can't argue with the police. I had them sit there and make sure they did all that. I took them with me. Me and Jackson dropped off in Montgomery Village, and I was asking them. I was like, so what was y'all's plan? You was going to get in a fight here and take the bus back? Like, that is where our read.
And there is no judgment in their goings.
They don't think. They don't think past their anger. And that is a curse. You don't see that type of anger with the other nations. You just don't fucking see it. Sorry,
that's a good point. That's a great point.
You just don't see it. Like, and to land me back on Jehu's point, the music, the TV, the games, everything. These small hat devils are the reason that our culture is like what it is. They pushed this culture on us. Our culture didn't know violence until we got to Esau. Our culture didn't know homosexuality on this kind of level till we got under Esau. Our culture didn't know to hate each other on a broad scale like this until we got around these devils.
Right.
Go ahead.
That's right.
It made them crooked.
Made them crooked. Our people are crooked now. That's an Esau. That's an Esau characteristic. But that's what the curses will do to us. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace.
Those people, and I had to explain to them, those niggas are never going to know peace. They say they talk to them all the time. We're out there to be a light to them. We say shalom every time we see everybody. We say everyone. And when I went out there and yelled at them, I was like, why don't y'all go fight white people? everybody looking at me crazy.
Yeah.
Like you got all this
Now they'll
energy,
fight you over white people. They'll do that to you over white people. You know what I
man.
mean?
And you want to tell me these curses ain't it ain't us?
Man.
You
Yeah, it's
can't
like
sit
we in
here
a
and go,
movie and everybody's a zombie except for you. You know what I mean? Like you can see them,
right.
they zombieing
Right.
out. But you know what I mean? You like, oh my God, it's crazy.
And that's why
Yeah.
when we get on these corners and we deal with these people, it's like you're not gonna tell us this ain't our book. We live these curses.
Yeah.
You will never know what it's like to go through that, white man.
Right.
I mean, you will. You're gonna get double the cup. So I don't even know what's gonna be going on with that. I don't even understand how it's gonna be double that. What's double
Man,
that?
yeah.
Is there more on that?
Yeah.
Chaos.
Okay.
Straight chaos.
And that's all I really want. I feel so much better. I staked the water. I feel very relieved that y'all let me get that off. That was bothering me. Like, because all this, happened last night. Man, I couldn't wind down. I couldn't go to sleep. Like, and then after that, because of some miscommunication, 15 of those boys came knocking on my door, trying to talk to Yasir about something about an apology or something like that. And this is another lesson I had to show them, because I could have came in a different spirit. I could have looked outside and seen 15 niggas at my door. Oh, and just grabbed the switch.
Yeah.
Fuck going on out here?
Yeah.
Right.
But I had to be that example, and and you could feel that. I could feel that nigga coming at me, like, y'all coming to my door like that. But it's children. So I needed to be an example. So, and I was explaining to them, this is being a real light, and it's hard sometimes,
Man.
because I wanted to bring that energy. Like, I know why is 15 of y'all here? Because what if I would have done that? I might not be here talking to y'all.
Yeah. It's hard, bro. It's hard. I got a precept on that too. That's tough, bro. I had experienced the same thing, and dealing with the youth nowadays, man. You know what I mean? That's why I try to keep my son in order, because, especially young men. Like I had that situation with little girl. With young men, they can be 12, 13 years old. Next thing you know, they dealing with some little kid the same age, packing pistols, whatever. You know what I mean? And they don't have no understanding. So check this out. Oh, but it was more on that what y'all had. Verse number, I'm gonna read verse number 11 on Isaiah 59 real quick.
Go ahead.
It says, "We roar all like bears and mourn sore like doves. We look for judgment, but there is none. For salvation, but it is far from us. For our transgressions are multiplied before you, and our sins testify against us. For our transgressions are with us, and as for our iniquities, we know them." Right? It's just saying that, you know what I mean? Like you said, we roar like bears, but we mourn sore like doves. We get hyped up to do some shit, you know what I mean? But then afterwards, they go sit in a prison cell, and we like, damn. Now we, know what I mean? Now they trying to figure out where they went wrong. A lot of these youths don't have that discretion to say, hold up, I ain't trying to do 15 years. So let me chill. Yeah, this girl might die. I'm 14 years old, 16 years old, but we may kill this girl, and all of us share a life sentence. You know what I mean? At 16 years, they don't have that understanding.
That's right. But
Last precept I'm gonna give y'all.
Oh, go ahead.
Isaiah 51 and verse number 20. It says, "Your sons have fainted; they lie at the head of all the streets, as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of God. Excuse me, the rebuke of your God. Therefore, hear now this, you afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus saith the Lord your Lord, and your God that plead the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of your hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. You shall no more drink it again, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict you, right? Which have said to your soul, bow down that we may go over. And you have laid your body as the ground and as the street. to them that went over. So the Lord is saying that our youth are out running crazy. They running wild in the streets, right? You know what I mean? And they're full of the rebuke and the fury of the Lord. And that's what we were talking about. Man's goings are of the Lord. If you're not walking in the right spirit, you're going to run into the right young nigga or young, you know what I mean, whoever. And it could be your day. But these law, statutes, and commandments, you keeping a clear head, you walking in the fruits of the spirit, you know what I mean, handling that situation in a better way can keep you from that destruction. Now, some of them, they're going to have their own destruction. They're going to go to their own destruction, and some of them may wake up out of it. But it's all of the Lord. And then the Lord at the end, he's saying he's going to put these same curses on the people that put them on us. Like you were saying, Lion, that we learn these ways from the enemy. So they're going to have to deal with them as well. You know,
because that's it. Because and it happens so fast to where, because I'm telling you, like, you could tell those curses, those spirits were around because all that shit was going on. Those spirits were around me. I could feel them. Like, nah, these niggas are disrespecting you. Nah. But I was like, okay. I just asked, like, so what is the issue? Because obviously, you know, I'm a man. So what is the issue? No one got loud or anything. They just said, well, you know, he needs to apologize with her. I was like, okay, cool. Go grab her. I'm gonna have him apologize, and we're gonna show that we can work problems out. And I'm glad all y'all are here. But I wanted to tell them, like, but because they never came back to bring the girl to apologize, I guess because the police were out there. I was going to tell them, like, never ever come to a man's door like that.
Yeah,
you don't know what I could have done. Like, if you don't know, if I would have been just some nigga out here, literally seeing 15 kids in the hall, like knocking on my door, asking to see one of my cubs, we got a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm just, you know, all praise to the Most High for the truth. That I know these kids have probably never seen a nigga do nothing like what I just did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead.
No, I was about to say, I'm like, and that's the wisdom that we've got from these scriptures that help us to move and navigate through these things. I had the precept in Proverbs 1:15. It says, "My son, walk not in the ways with them, refrain thy foot from thy path, for their feet run to evil and haste to make shed blood."
That's right.
Surely in vain is the net that is spread in the sight of any bird. Well, you know, that's just a metaphor right there. Then it says, and they lay in wait of their for their own blood, and they lurk privily for their own lives. Like if they don't even think about these things, they silly, like they say the silly dove, and then even as a silly dove, like they silly birds getting caught up in their own net. Just like Jehu said, hey, that could catch you up, that could get a life charge. That's something bad could have happened. And then you weren't even thinking about, man, this could get me 15. Like I was watching a video where a woman and a man were having affairs, right? And what happened was the one girl had her friend come jump her. She was beating her. They record because they, you know how Jake is. They record everything. They want to record the fight, upload it to World Star so they can get clout. Stupid, right? But she's sitting there punching the girl down. The girl, she punching one of the girls down. The other one that's recording comes over and kicks her. They're like, yeah, don't be messing with my man. All this. The girl goes back home, stumbling, holding. She feeling bad. She start throwing up blood. Her husband take her to the hospital. She dies in the hospital. So guess what? Guess what happens? Those girls get 15 to 30 years.
Wow.
Like it's with no possibility of parole. That's just for, I think that sentence that I just gave was for the one that was there recording. Just recording. She kicked her a few times, so that put her as she's a part of it. What happened was is that one of her ribs cut her liver, and she had internal bleeding, and she by the time she called her husband, said that she was just going to she just got jumped by some girl she didn't know, which was a lie. and it was one of our. She was a Hispanic sister, so it could have been one of our people get jumped by another one of our people, like is on some foolishness that they shouldn't have been into in the first place. But just because they wanted to take it there, they got 15 to 30 years, and the other one got 30 to life. And she got a kid, and she got kids. So how you think they're gonna look at it?
You know, because we sinned and got kicked out of the land, in our own land, that situation would have been handled like, okay, bring her out. Whoever's, committing adultery, boom. We stone them, put them away, and that's that. Now these other women took it in their own hands and did whatever, and now there's no justice in the land.
Right.
That's why the Lord, it's all, and we learn this from these other nations, but because we broke the commandments ultimately, but we're learning this from these other nations, you know,
Right.
this wickedness, this hatred for our people, man. It's nasty.
It is.
And
Hey,
another thing on
Shalom,
that,
sis. I see you in the chat. My
Yeah,
bad.
Shalom.
Shalom. And another thing on that judgment part, the main kid that walked on the door plays football with Jackson. See,
Dang.
these niggas don't understand. Like, and then we got a ring camera outside. I could easily take that to your coach and get you kicked and fuck your life up. Like, do you know your players are running up on people's houses and trying to ask niggas to come outside? Is he the type of players you want on your team?
Right.
But an example being a light, got to show that mercy.
Yeah.
I want them to understand that as well.
Yeah.
We
Hey, and
have
it
to
teaches
mercy each other.
Salaki. I was gonna say, and also, it teaches these kids, our kids, because I tell mine, I try to warn them every morning. Hey, you do your Shema, you read your Bible, you talk to the Lord, you thank the Lord this morning. The Most High will bring trouble to you to make you run closer to Him. You know what I
Right.
mean? A lot of our people out here doing, my kids, I can speak for. They go around day to day like everything's a joke, and anything can happen just like that. Just like that. And you can be, in prison, in the grave, uh, you know, in the hospital, Yahweh forbid. So we are the priests of our household and we're praying over them, but they got to do their part as well. And I'm not saying they not, King. I'm talking about my kids especially. Because I got girl, I worry about mine all the time. So I keep on telling, hey, what are you doing? You know what I mean? We're a team. We got to be keeping these commandments, and that's not just our households. That's for all the households. You know
That's
what
right.
I mean? Not just our camp, but for our community, for the people. We're trying to get them all on the same accord. You know what I mean? Because we're worried about our people. We don't hear from a brother or a sister or somebody that we may have just met. They scoffed us, walked past the camp. Next thing you know, you hear about them in a car wreck down the road. Yahweh forbid. You know what I mean? We tried to warn you. We're trying to warn you. That's what we're doing.
That's all we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's the
That's a
main
good point.
thing we got to perpetuate to the young ones. Like, you can't hold every lost soul on your heart. You just can't.
No.
I told him, I read the scripture real quick. A heretic after 2 or 3 times reject them niggas and wipe it, the blood's off your hands.
Yeah.
But I didn't mean to derail the whole subject. My bad, y'all. My fault,
No, it's
y'all.
kind of on
Hey, some
subject, King,
things have
because
to come out there. The Lord had things come out the way they supposed to come out.
Yeah. And it's on subject because we're still rebuking the wickedness of these nations. They taught our people these wicked things. We're going to go into transatlantic slave trade where they said that was the worst atrocity to ever happen on the planet. But these are effects of that transatlantic slave trade, what we're going through. Now we're hating your own brother. We're hating each other and we don't even know each other over words and stupid stuff. We're hating each other. You know what I mean? That's rebuking the other nations.
And that's a sin on them for what they're doing to us. The Most High's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. He sees the evil these people are doing to us. Our people just have to come together for them to get their judgment.
Yeah.
But with that, I'm gonna let you fellas have it. I feel so much better. Like, I'm gonna go. I don't even know what I'm gonna do because I can't even move. I'm like so hurt, y'all. Y'all have no idea. Like, I can't do this. Oh, I can't even reach out. Like, but y'all want to say anything? Y'all got anything y'all want to say?
Peace, blessings, and shalom.
Peace, blessings, and shalom.
Con.
Man, shalom, peace, blessing.
Hey,
She
and y'all holler at me if y'all need me, man. I'm around the corner.
yeah, she lost her voice because she was yelling at all the kids out there. Like, man, hey, it was Jay. I swear, bro, that it was like it was. I'm glad you mentioned that situation with you. It was literally that. Just imagine it being nighttime and 30 more kids out there.
Yeah, that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Call your brothers, man. Call your brothers, man.
But love y'all.
Call your brothers.
Love y'all.
I love King. Shalom, your family. Call us if y'all need us.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Because even when all this stuff we were talking about, it's all in line. Because even when I was reading the Torah portion is talking about being how to walk holy, how to be holy. So it even tells you that the Lord, he didn't want us to walk the same way that these other nations are walking.
Right.
Because he saw what was going on in the land, just like he saw the evil and wickedness that's going on in the land of Canaan. That's what's going on here. We got wickedness going on around us all the time, and we gotta protect not just ours. Like it says, don't look just onto your own stuff, but another man. Like I think it's in Galatians. I think it's I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll bring it up in just a moment. Make sure that we have that scripture for the people. But we're supposed to be looking after our own stuff and our neighbor's stuff, and that's not just talking about physical things. We got people. We've got we got the well-being, the spiritual being of our people. Those are the things those are the important things that we watch after. Man, you can earn some more money and buy something back or replace it, but our people are invaluable. Their minds, their spirits, their souls, those are priceless. We can't lose those. We can't lose those. And that's why brothers fight hard for the truth when we go out here. Because once you have these laws, statutes, and commandments in your soul, in your spirit, and on your mind, and in your heart, you don't move the same way. You're not going to make those same stupid moves you would have made when you were out in the world. You're going to be like, you know what? Like just like the line said, he said, I had to fight that. Like the nigga was going to come out of me. Like it, and brother, like it, and you get that. Like it, the old man is dead, but he always but the old man always trying to fight for his position back. Don't get it twisted.
Trying to come back to life, ain't it?
Yeah, when he's trying to pull the hand out the grave.
Yeah.
Like we done buried them, put the nail in the coffin. The old man just be like, just wait till that situation. Got the arms crossed. Wait till that situation. Yeah. Boy, I'm about to be out of here. I know we gonna be loose.
Come up like the Undertaker out. Go back down.
Put his butt back to sleep.
Hey, that must be strong sometimes too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that spirit got to be even stronger. Staying in these word, and sometimes it comes with experience too. Like the way that he handled it, Shalom between Yahoo. The way that the lion handled it, even me sitting here thinking, I'm like, I wouldn't have handled it that way. I would have definitely come, even if they didn't know that I had it on me, I would have had it on me because you know what I mean? But he trusted in the Most High and understood that he could handle it a better way and sell it, and it worked. And that, because, that's only going to add fuel to the fire. They go home and tell their daddy, their uncle, whoever, oh, he pulled a pistol. You know what I mean? Next thing you know what I mean? And really, he just protecting his household, So that was bravo, kudos to that brother in his household for handling it the way they did, But yeah, that old man, he likes to come back and say, "Oh, it's my turn. Let me step in here." You know what I mean? And you got to put him back to you got to make sure you kill him all the way. You know what I mean? Nah, you ain't coming in. Nah, the spiritual man is here. And I got a precept as well, unless you have something, King.
You put that wonderfully, because everybody think that like once you turn your life over to Christ, come back to these commandments, now you walking on the yellow brick road and everything all good, and the old man he gone, he dead, he nowhere to be seen no more. He always knocking at the door. He always trying to get one foot out of the grave, one hand out of the grave, just to pull you back into back into it. Just like when they talk about that the parable about when they come back to he'll come back to an empty house or whatnot, that he'll
Yeah,
come back with 7 demons stronger. But when you got somebody already in the house, well, there's gonna be a tussle. So
yeah,
you're gonna be fighting. So that spirit gonna be fighting against your spirit. Like
yeah,
it's your old nature gonna be fighting against your new nature. And
yeah,
that's when you really shine of like who you really are. When the Most High give you the spirit, like he done strengthen your spirit. You've been keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You know how to move with it. You be like, yes, you might have that thought like, nah, f them up, yeah, nah,
yeah.
yeah. And then you have to sit there, nah, that's not becoming of me. I'm supposed to
Right,
be the light. I've got
right.
to be the bigger man. I got to be better. Like yes, and then you step forward with what you like, how you gonna move. That's right. That's right, sister. It's
Yeah,
the flesh versus the spirit.
yeah.
That's right.
And like you
That's
said, a
exactly it.
test. In a test. It is a test for
Mhm.
this brother. You know what I mean? He's the head over that household, so it was really his test. Because the kids, things are going to happen, but it's his test and the head of the household's test to see. Because the rest of the household going to follow where he go. So
That's
if he
right.
get out of line, everybody else going to be out of line. So it's good
Right.
that the brother stayed in the spirit. You know what I mean? To navigate that situation and show his household and show the enemy. You know what I mean? Because that's my precept. I'm gonna get on that one too, but show them, how he's moving. What is it? A kind word. What is that? Uh, what I'm talking about. A kind word. Kind of diffuses the situation. Like, damn. Let me look it up.
There's one in where it says like sweet words. That's the one I'm thinking of. Is the one about sweet word. I'm thinking about a kind word.
It,
Give me
it may
just
be
a
the
second.
sweet
I'll
word.
check
It
it
may
out.
be. It probably the same, just different translation. Probably the same
Okay.
precept.
Okay.
While you get that, I'm gonna get this one as well. This is Romans chapter 11 in verse number excuse me, verse number 27. For this is my covenant unto them when I shall take away their sins. Verse 28 is the point. As concerning the gospel, as concerning this thing that we're involved in, they are enemies for your sakes, meaning those that reject the gospel. They're enemies for our sakes concerning the gospel, but as touching the election, they are beloved of the Father, uh, beloved for the Father's sake. They're still beloved, you know what I mean, when it comes to overall, because the Lord made a promise to their forefather, just like he did ours, that we the same people, but they are enemies to the gospel, but we can't just treat them like a regular enemy, is all it's saying. You know what I mean? And sometimes we really want to go that way. We really want to treat them that way. But the
Right.
Lord said they're still beloved. You know what I mean? They're just
That's
under a confusion. They're under the curses.
that's true. That's very true.
Mm.
Yeah, the one I was thinking of it was talking about it being a tree of life. Or and
Oh,
then we had the one where where it's in the power of the term the death and life and the power of the tongue, all of those in Proverbs.
hold on. Let me see. It's similar to that one. Dang, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it on here. Um, sweet word. It's like sweet words turn away wrath or something like that.
Oh, okay,
Um,
kind. I got you. I know what to look for now. Hold on. Word.
while you getting that one, I'm gonna read one more in Sirach too. Verse number 2. It says, "My son, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Temptation. Set your heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that you may be increased at your last end. Whatsoever is brought upon you, take cheerfully, and be patient when you are changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." So he tries us in the furnace of adversity.
Right.
It's always going to be a test. And he's not going to give you a warning. We're going to study for the test and everything, but he's not going to let you know it's going to be a pop quiz.
Right.
You just got to be prepared.
Kind. Yeah, we got to. Yeah, everything I'm finding up it's all of the stuff that I got in the Proverbs because that where I was gonna go because it's like
Uh,
it's we got Proverbs 15:1 where it's talking about where it talks about that that a soft answer turn away wrath.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted. Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's 15:1. I would, because I was all the way down at 15:4, where it says where it says that the wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness is in the breach in the spirit. So like when your spirit breaks, that's when you come into these words that just off the that aren't in the spirit. In other
Yeah.
words, you're not
Yeah.
moving in the spirit then. And then
Yeah.
Proverbs 18:21 tell you that life and death or in the spirit, not in the spirit, in the power of the tongue.
Right. 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 And that 15:1, Proverbs 15:1, a soft answer turns away wrath. That's what the brother was exercising. A
Mm-hmm.
softer answer, it's going to turn away wrath. It says, but grievous words stir up anger. you
Mm-hmm.
know, Next thing you know, you got somebody in the hole all the way in the back of the crowd that throws something at the window, break the window. Now all hell breaking loose just because you said, you little niggas, whatever, 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 and you answer them in the wrong, the wrong spirit. So, we have to be walking these words out. These words in this book, they got to be in our spirit, and it saves us from destruction and death while
Right,
we're in the
right.
land of our captivity. While we're serving out this punishment. This is the only thing that's going to keep us from going off on the right hand and on the left. You know, um, if I may, King, did you have another precept?
Oh no, like I mentioned the two that I was thinking about, but all of this comes to avoiding wickedness.
Yeah.
You gotta flee it. But if you don't know, if we don't come out and rebuke this wickedness, you're gonna continue to walk in it. You're not gonna know what path to take unless we tell you, oh no, you ain't supposed to. Hey, watch out. This that could be dangerous. Again, that's why it's important that we come out and that we speak against these things, not just because we just want to talk and hear ourselves. We want to see the prosperity of our people.
Right.
But
Okay.
that comes from this book. That comes from these words, the words of wisdom, the law that was given to us, the words of our forefathers and our brothers in the spirit. They gave us these words so we can walk by them, and they're a testament that listening to these words, it'll come like it's. If we don't listen to them, we'll fall into curses. But if we listen to them, we'll be blessed.
Khan, it's a gift and a curse. That's what he said. He said before us, a gift and a curse, right?
Yeah.
They're stumbling blocks to some people, but to some of us, they're a gift.
Right.
Just to some of us, it's these words are a gift. This is the roadmap. This is the instructions on how to do it the right way, how to keep yourself from these wicked situations, and when you do fall in them, how to get out of them, right? But to some people, they're a curse. It's a curse to some people. Some people are like, I don't want to hear it no more. I don't want to do it. And because they don't do it, they fall into traps. They fall
Right.
into curses. So it's a gift and a blessing to some people. A gift and a blessing to some people, and a curse and uh
Death.
destruction to some people as well.
Right.
Let me
For a
get that for
lot of
Benny out. You got
oh,
it,
you
King.
kind
My
of
bad.
got. I'm about to say, like, that's why in the scriptures, like, even when you think about a stumbling block, when it becomes a stumbling block, that's something like it's gonna help you reevaluate.
Con,
It's not something to stop you in your tracks. It says a stumbling block. It didn't say it'll be a wall. The
yeah,
stumbling block, you trip
I
over
like
it, you're
that.
like, ah man, I gotta get back
You
up.
got any drink juice in
That's what the law does for
there?
you. When it causes you to stumble, it's because you ain't been watching the way you've been walking.
Hey,
You've
and that's
allowed
because
something to cause you to fall. Go ahead.
because the Bible says the law is a light unto your path.
Mm-hmm.
So if you stumbling, you ain't got no light. You must not ain't got no light
Right.
because you wouldn't stumble if you had the light. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not using the law. You know?
Dang, that's a good point because that's a real good point because if you got the light that like is which is the law, you ain't gonna stumble. So
Huh?
you must have been doing something that you didn't see that the law put a stumbling block in your way
Huh?
from doing wickedness, not from
Right.
being righteous.
Right. Yeah, you can't see where you're going.
Right.
That's why the Messiah said, hey, walk in the light while you got it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because the darkness is gonna come, meaning lawlessness is coming, where ain't gonna be no law at all. He said, walk in the light, meaning walk in him, walk in his words while you got him, while he's here. Because when he go away, it ain't going to be nothing but unruly lawlessness. And that's exactly what happened. Darkness on the face of the earth until he comes back and restores that light. You know, that's why the scripture says, rise and shine, for your light has come. It ain't even, we waiting on the light to come back. We in total darkness right now. Some of us got a little bit of lamp, like those 10 virgins. You know, we know how to keep some of these commandments in the land of our captivity. You know, we got a little bit of oil, but we waiting on that on the bridegroom to come, so we have that full light. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
But the people that walking and they don't got no lamp, they in trouble. They in
Right.
trouble. They're in trouble.
I'm about something. Let me get some of your oil. Nah, this
Nah,
I need all
yeah, you
my
gotta go.
oil.
Yeah, you're right. You gotta go buy you some.
Yeah. Then it look, and then that's a good point. Like at that story, because they waited to the last minute to try to get right,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
got left.
yeah. Come,
Bars.
come. And they got there you go. I see what you did there. God,
but
God,
but
sure.
that's why
Right,
we
sis.
warn our people. We warn our people so that they're not the people like, oh, let me get some of your nah, I gotta get mine. But you know, you can go back to the house. I'm gonna get mine. Then by the time they came back, the door done closed. They done missed their opportunity. And then, like it says in the outside of the kingdom, that was neat. That was gnawing. That was
And gnashing of
how's it
teeth.
go? There it is,
Uh,
gnashing of teeth. That's what
yeah,
I was
wailing and
looking
gnashing of
for.
teeth. Yeah,
Cause man,
yeah,
that's gonna be a sad day.
for
Imagine
real.
your friend, like you walking in the truth, you got the light, and they just like, man, I'll live how I want to live. I live how I want to live. Blah 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 blah. And then when
Mm,
they see that time coming, they're like, man, I gotta get me some oil too. You've been
God,
trying to give them the light the whole time. You've been putting them on game, but
God,
they just like, man, I'm done. I'll do it. I'll do it at my own pace. But
yeah,
they were ready. We ready. We got the word. We in the word.
yeah,
So when the Messiah comes and he opened those doors, we going in.
right.
Lord willing,
Most I will.
Most High willing,
Yeah,
we going in the gates. Cause
God,
we're gonna keep oil in our land.
God, God. Let me hit a couple of these precepts real quick, God.
Oh, go ahead.
Benny Yahoo, hey Benny Yahoo, you ain't got to put your precept in there twice. He trying to make sure we.
He said,
I got you,
bring
King.
this
Now I'm
out.
messing with you. He said, "Oh, they must have missed it." I got you, God. What is that? Galatians 6:1 and 2, and
God,
I see yours, Kobe. Let
I'll
me go.
pull his. I'll pull
Okay,
his.
Galatians chapter 6, verse number 1. It says, "Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, you which are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness, considering yourself, lest you also be tempted. Bear you one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Hamashiach." That's a great one,
Mm,
Benny Yahoo. I like that one.
yeah. Hey,
God,
I hope if y'all watching, hey, y'all, if it ain't already highlighted in your Bibles, you need to go ahead and have that highlighted,
God,
precept, however you want
God.
to mark it. We
Great
got the
precept.
then I got the verse over here from Brother Khan. We
God,
got Isaiah 26:20. It says,
good one
"Come,
too.
come, my people, enter into thy chamber and shut thy door about thee.
Right.
Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until indignation be overpassed."
Mm, God,
Man,
God.
that's a good one too.
Yeah. Yeah, he talking about going into when we was talking about we waiting on the bridegroom, and then
Mm-hmm.
we, the 10 bride, the wise ones that had the oil in their lamps, and the other ones that didn't, they going the people that got the oil gonna go in, they're gonna be shut up. The people that didn't, you ain't getting in. You ain't getting in, man. It's hey, better get this you better get this understanding, this spirit in you while you can.
Right, man. Hey, them some great precepts.
Huh. Huh.
I'm going to say I ain't gonna lie. I miss having these classes like this,
Yeah, I do too.
man.
I do too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I love the participation of the people.
Yeah.
Like it, because we ain't up here just talking to ourselves. This is this interactive because we trying to save souls and trying to make sure that people understand. And by the precepts that we're seeing come out, now we know the people understanding what we're talking about.
Right.
Also, so that's the beautiful thing.
And then we can build all on one conversation. We can all build, like, this brother may get this out of this, and this brother may, you know what I mean, he may like that, and then you know, later on he bring out his own precept on this part. You know, we can see how the people are thinking, and you know, different mindsets of one particular conversation.
Right.
Excuse me, or topic, you know. I like that, like you said, the participation part is very big. It's important.
And that's a beautiful thing, because hey, if we out here and we just read them 100 Bible verses to you and you don't understand it, what was the purpose of that? Oh, I can make this verse had wrath in it. I got another verse that got wrath in it. All my verses have wrath in it, but you don't understand what the heck it's about.
Yeah,
it don't do no good.
Yeah.
You just got a whole bunch of precepts and can't put them together for yourself.
And we like dealing with wise brothers too, because some of these brothers will, you know, bring out a precept, and I say, oh man, let me get that one. Okay, boom.
Right.
You know what I mean? Boom, I'm gonna add that one. I never thought about it that way. Let me add that one to my, you know what I mean, repertoire on this end, you know, and vice versa. So, you know, we just sharpen each other up either way it goes.
Yep, iron sharpen of iron.
Yeah.
That's why it's important. That's why it's important to be around people that are like-minded, like it says in Sirach. It says you got to be around people that are known to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Hey, that's where you're gonna learn from. That's gonna be the best part of being in this truth, is having the brotherhood, the sisterhood, to uphold you, to strengthen you. Like when my brother, he brought out that, oh man, that precept fire. I never saw it like that. Pull out the Bible, start marking it down. Then next time somebody talk to you about it, you be like, I remember that brother, he brought that out. Let me go to this scripture. Bam. Then they be like, oh, and then it open up their whole understanding to everything that y'all been talking about. And that's how we build. That's how we build, brick on brick. One, like his Divine Prospect says, he says, one hand washes the other one. And that's how we do. And then both hands wash the face, which is the whole body. Like that's the whole nation right there. So we building, and we appreciate everybody that's in the chat, that's watching the live, that's gonna watch it later. Like it's because y'all could be doing anything on the Shabbat. Y'all could be asleep right now. You could be resting. You could be reading your Bible to yourself, listening to some music, but you're on the class with us, having these conversations because you're interested in what brothers have to say about it and how the Spirit is moving with this camp, within this camp. So water for that.
Con, you want to hit that other topic? Or you think you're good?
If you still want to hit the Southern poverty. Yeah. Let me bring that up. Let me get that rolling. Ooh, where are we at? I hate all these pop-ups. I got to figure something out about these. Keep getting crazy stuff. All right. Can you see that? I'm done. Then make it bigger.
I don't see anything yet.
You don't see anything?
Not yet.
Oh.
Okay, it's coming in. Okay.
Gotta add it to the stage. There we go. Yeah. There we go. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna enlarge it a little.
Yeah.
If you can.
Okay. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we've got this week, earlier this week, like it's the Southern Poverty Law Center got indicted. And if you don't know who the Southern Poverty Law Center is, they try to fight against like anti-Semitism and the rights and who's a threat to the American population. Shoot, they put us Israelites on their list of dangerous people
I was just about to
to
look
the
it up. I
American
was just about to look
population.
that up. Can we look that up, Ken? You might have a better, easier time than me.
Yeah,
Because I think they had like
let me see.
ISUBK or number 3. They had like IUIC on there. Sakari used to be on there. Um, of these different Israelite
Man,
camps as like terrorist organizations, basically. You know,
man.
and now it's coming out that they were indicted because they found out that they were funneling money, giving money to to the Ku Klux Klan, who's also on their list supposedly. You know what I mean? But these people, Esau's a man. He diabolical, bro.
You ain't lying.
It ain't
I'm
nothing.
trying
You
to
can't
find
put
it.
nothing past him.
Nah, this list long as heck. I ain't
It
gonna
is.
lie. It's
Is
super. I'm
what's
trying
on
to
the
see
top?
if
What's
they
the
have
top
like
3?
anything. Oh, it ain't even giving it. It's just talking about white supremacy groups on the top part.
Okay,
Let me
last
see if
time
I
I
can find
seen one,
another
it was
one.
showing. Okay,
Oh,
last time I
here we
seen
go.
one.
I found an article on it.
Okay,
Radical. Here we go. Here we go. Radical Hebrew Israelites.
yeah, okay.
On okay, like it hate group. This is one of the things that they do. They try to make us look like the bad guys.
Now I
I
didn't see
think
that,
this is
sis.
I think this is IS. No, this is GMS. I think this is GMS right here. Because as you can see, boom, 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 boom. Like if they try to put on the term radical Hebrew Israelites to differentiate from the greater Hebrew Israelite faith.
Mm,
What what the heck does that mean?
man, yeah,
I'm gonna try
they.
to see if I can find the list, list while we
She said that's ISUBK. It did
while
look
you
like
talking about
ISUBK.
this.
She said that's
That's
ISUBK. Go down one more
ISUBK.
time. Yeah,
Oh,
they do look like they might be. Yeah,
because of the
they
fringes
got a certain
on the
type of
clothing right
spirit. You
here.
can tell ISUBK. It's crazy how you
Yeah,
can tell people's spirit a little bit when you. Yeah, they do look like ISUBK. It
you
almost
think
like
so? Okay.
ICGJC or whatever too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, you know they'll mark anytime we try to say anything that makes them look bad, puts them in the right light.
Mm,
That's what you
yeah,
get. You get them
yeah,
wanting to put you on the hate list.
yeah. But look how wicked that is, bro. They put us on a hate list and was actually employ or supporting that's crazy, man. I mean, imagine the opportunities and things that these people have taken away or the wickedness that they've caused by putting so-called black Hebrew Israelites, the people that they've deterred from the truth by putting them on this list. Meanwhile, you're supporting the people that put them on this list are supporting a terrorist group in and
That
of
they put
itself.
on
It's
the list.
crazy. Yeah,
Man,
they are.
that's off. That's off. Go ahead.
Bro,
My
if you
bad.
supporting the group, you are a part of the group. If you're paying
Mm,
money, if you're giving KKK money, that means you're funding them. You're a part of their organization. You're
man,
complicit,
that's crazy.
man.
That
Yeah,
I can't believe that they the one that got caught funding them.
yeah.
Like we're fighting against them, but we also need them around so we feel relevant.
That's why you can't trust Esau, man. You cannot trust your enemy, man. You cannot trust your enemy, bro. You can't.
Not at all. Man, that's crazy. I'm on this listing. Like it won't even. It's like it's kind of hidden. Like they want to break it down by state. They don't even have like like when it goes into extremist groups and ideologies.
Oh, they break it
But
down by state.
yeah, they want it by state. But but a lot of this stuff, like I'm looking at it, it's long. I'm trying to find the actual listing. Like we can pull it up by state, but it's funny who's on the front part of it. I'm gonna share the tab that's on the front part.
Man,
That aren't these the
man,
people they were funding?
right.
Got them on the
He
top of
talk.
the list.
Hey, man, you cannot trust them, bro.
Nah.
So, and I feel sorry for these people that are led by some of these Israelite camps are trying to dumb you down to make you think, oh, well, man, you a fool or not. Some of us we can't trust. How I'm gonna trust my natural born enemy?
Mm-hmm. They
You a
definitely ain't
fool?
got no love for us.
No,
None. Our enemies,
man.
like it said like it says, we bring it out all the time. It's like a milk precept, Psalms 83. Like they try to cut us
Oh,
off from being a people.
God.
They don't want you. They don't want you to know you Israel, because once you know who you are, that the Lord requires something of you, and you do it, it's game over for them.
Yeah.
It's game over for these other nations ruling in wickedness. The Southern Poverty Law Center doing like it's Upper Washington. Look, they are taking money out of the cookie jar and they're giving it back to them.
Man,
like it. We hate these people, and then turn around and then pay them out the back door. Yeah, just keep doing
millions.
that. Just keep
Hey,
doing that.
hey, have you ever heard that? Did you ever hear that? Uh, I want to say it's Elijah Muhammad, the Nation of Islam, the leader
Okay.
of the
You know
Nation
why?
of Islam. Who? Yeah,
You know
yeah,
why?
yeah, yeah. The
Okay.
leader of the Nation of Islam. He was also paid off by. We might have did a video on that. Um,
Hmm.
he was also paid off by a wealthy white billionaire. Excuse me. Gave him some land, gave him money to actually propagate everything that he's doing with the Nation of Islam. I got it, man. I
I
got
won't.
it. I know I
Hey, I
got the
wouldn't doubt it.
information.
We
Yeah, I
we
got
we
the
done talked
information.
about it, man. We had a whole time period where we were talking about Islam. Had
Yeah.
that conversation with that brother out there talking about now we eat at the same table together.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
remember that conversation?
Yeah, I
My
remember that.
family comes
Yeah.
to his family, and like yes, we give you jobs. They give us jobs. Like give who jobs?
Man, our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That's what the Bible say.
It is,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, right, right.
That's
It's
right,
all
sis.
skinfolk and kinfolk. You right.
That's right.
You right.
And that's the crazy part about it, because like it's we try to find our people and bring them out of it, and like it they don't like it, and they don't want to. They want to keep holding on. They
Mm,
holding on to things that to a thing that's unprofitable to them.
right, right.
It profits you nothing to elevate and propagate this hate towards your own people.
Yeah.
It hasn't gotten us anywhere in all these years. They 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 pay our people to come out with this music to kill each other like is, but they don't want to take it. They don't want to have no part in it. I was watching an interview with a Jew. They had this Jewish man, and he was like, "Well, I think it might have been on Vlad." And he was like, "Well, we pay them to make this music, and it's up to them to do whatever they decide to do it."
I think you
Like,
talking about Leo Cohen.
is that what it was?
Def Jam, he was saying that he's saying that they asked him why he does that. Why does he pay them to make
Oh
that kind
yeah,
of wicked music?
that's it.
And he
That
was
was
like,
the
"Cause I
interview.
got a family to feed."
Yep, that's the interview. That's
Yeah,
the
Leo.
interview.
That was the Breakfast Club
That's
and
Breakfast
Leo
Club.
Cohen. Yeah.
God. Hey, the water for correcting me on that. Because
Oh
hey,
yeah.
look, hey, the people need to know so they can look these things up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. Yeah, Vlad is, man.
Yeah.
He,
Heck yeah.
he a
Heck
culture
yeah,
vulture
dog.
too.
Yeah, yeah,
Culture
and then,
vulture.
yeah, they say the feds and all that, man.
I believe
And that's
it.
the thing. That goes back into that crafty counsel of the enemy. Like we said, like you said, their crafty counsel is to propagate these wicked ways. To get our people to listen to this type of music. Like you said, NBA young boy, he got a whole movie out of his wicked ass concerts. Well, really, he's nothing but a male witch. You know what I mean? That's putting spells on people, on his own people. You know, they said he. I ain't gonna go into hearsay, but You know,
Right.
he's just propagating these spells and stuff on his own people. Get in and out of jail. These rappers get in and out of jail,
How?
doing crazy stuff. Get in and out of jail, and come out and doing the same old stuff, promoting the same old music. You know, and that's just part of their crafty counsel. Just like we were saying, they paying the Nation of Islam, they're paying the KKK, but they got them on. You know, they're supposed to be enemies, but they're friends with them in the back door. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Pause.
Right.
Uh, hey, what's that store? That verse. Uh, a house divided.
Against itself can't stand.
Yeah, yeah,
That's when he was talking to Beelzebub, and he tried to say that he was
yeah,
healing people in the name of Beelzebub.
yeah, yeah.
Let me pull that
I
up.
think
That's
but but yeah, you know, and that's the same thing as what Esau got going on. He's kind of divided. All these nations, they're divided against themselves, you know, and they're trying to come up against the children of Yahweh, you know. And they're going to be on one accord at the end, but the Most High just going to destroy them. You know what I mean? And that's, you know, for another time. I can't wait till that happens. But right
that.
now, you know, Esau is trying to divide himself. You know, you got the Democrats and the Republicans. You got the liberals, and you know all these different sections and stuff of his own people. And that's why this
Right.
nation is crumbling. They're all divided.
Con, I got that precept. I knew where it was. I just didn't know which verse it was. So we're over here in Matthew. It's Matthew
Mhm.
12 and 25. And
Okay.
it says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation,
Right.
and every city or house divided against itself cannot stand.
Right. Can't
And
stand.
that's what's happening. That's what's happening to this nation.
Yeah.
And that's what's so crazy is that they're their own destruction. They're building
Yeah.
they're paving the way to their own destruction.
All praise
Like
to the
when they
Most High.
talk, I'll be listening to conversations that people at work be having, Democrat, Republican. I'm like, man, they the same coin, two
Really the
sides
same.
of the
Yeah.
same coin. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you just arguing against the wind.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, yeah, you just literally just saying, hey, my side ain't wicked, it's your side. No, no, they super wicked. Like
Mm.
it's still wicked. Well, mine's ain't as
Right.
wicked as yours.
Yeah.
Wickedness is still wickedness.
Right.
That's it. That's what it is.
That's
And
all
it's
it
turned.
is.
They were like, it's turned it's turning our nation apart for the good, for the good of
Right.
for the greater good. Like
Yeah.
like I like to say, for the culture,
Yeah. Right.
for the culture.
God. Hey, and even on the next verse, King, get that 26 Baba Kashai.
26.
Yes, sir.
Matthew 12 and 26.
Uh-huh.
And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How
Right.
then his kingdom stand?
How's the kingdom going to stand if Satan is divided against Satan? And they wondering why y'all can't get on one accord. And the Lord has confused the counsel of the mighty men of Teman. You know, he goes into saying that there's no more. He's doing that. You know, I think what is that? Obadiah.
Right.
Um,
Let's see.
yeah. I know it's but that ain't really the one I wanted. It's another one that's talking about how there's no more understanding in Esau, basically. Um, might be
Okay.
Ezekiel 35. Let me see. Let me see. I think it might be Ezekiel 35 and 5. Let me see. Uh
Huh.
nah, that ain't it either.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, the most high,
I thought it was Obadiah. Wasn't
it,
it
it is in
Obadiah?
Obadiah with the mighty men of Teman. Obadiah 30,
No,
excuse me, 1 and 9.
verse 8. Look at verse 8. Is that what you were looking for?
Oh, that's exactly what it is. I didn't have it highlighted. The water God.
Yeah, I was like,
Come,
wait a minute. I'm like, it
I,
is Obadiah.
the water God. Let me get it.
I'll read it
Obadiah.
for you.
Okay, you got it.
All right, this is Obadiah 8 and it, verse 8.
Uh,
Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount, which the high places of Edom.
Right. 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 Keep and read
Man,
that next verse, King.
got you. And it says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Right. Right. Hey, these heathen know, they know, hey, our country is being torn apart and all that because they understand the at the end, every one of them gonna be cut off by slaughter. Yeah, so it's to your own destruction. You know, these nations are doing these things and got these crafty counsels, but at the end, the Lord says that the Edomites, you know, we know them, the other nations, they're gonna go into captivity, subjection. The curses are gonna go on them, and same thing's gonna happen to Edom. What it says at the end, Edom is gonna be cut off by slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
They have no more. Their understanding is gonna be cut off. We're already seeing that. If they were
Right.
wise, they'd stick together. You know what I mean? But the Lord is cutting off their understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. All praise
Yeah.
to the Most High.
Hey, we see that in what they say IRL. we seeing that. We seeing that in
What's that?
real
All
life.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
In real life. Okay. I'm old. I was like, I try to act like I knew what that meant. I ain't know what
Like
that meant.
yeah. But yeah,
I'm
like yeah,
old.
we seeing it unfold.
Yeah, yeah. Kind
they
in
seeing
real
it.
life.
We see it unfold in front of us, man.
Kind.
And to this nation's detriment, like it's happening, but for the glory in the kingdom to come, it has to happen.
Right.
You can't build like it. I'll use this parable like it's. I don't know if you can use it in this way, but you can't build on another man's foundation,
Mm,
right?
mm. Yeah.
Because that other man, like it's that other man we're talking about is America, called about Esau's foundation. We can't
Mm.
build our nation off of what he done built up. We gotta tear it
Kind.
all down. Like
That's right.
his, even like his from the we gotta even from their chief cornerstone, they president, their wickedness, we gotta tear that all down. They white Jesus, tear it down. We can't leave none of that. We can't leave
Kind.
none of that. No lies, no deception. We gotta build it up brick by brick.
Kind.
Like it, like, man. When just thinking about that you have to tear it all down. You can't leave nothing. It's just kind of like they're like a fungus, a mold. Like if you leave just a little bit of it, it could corrupt everything all over again.
Right.
We ain't
Yeah.
having none of that. That's why
Yeah. That's a
that's why we gotta that we are fire. We are fire and we gotta be burnt to stubble, to nothingness.
That's how. Hey, that's the cleansing mechanism. You know what I mean? You put that fire, like you said, and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you cleansing. You cleansing something. That's what he's going to cleanse the earth with, fire, and that's going to be his word, which is the elect. You know, they're going to be the fire and the flame, like it says in Obadiah. The elect. It talks. Man, I ain't gonna go too deep into that, but like we were saying, because this can be deep, but and it is deep. What we're
Mm-hmm.
talking is spiritual. It's real deep. And just like we were saying, the name of the class, rebuking the wickedness of these nations. These nations came out and said a few weeks ago that the transatlantic slave trade was one of the worst atrocity that has ever happened on the planet. Right? I mean, there's so many things that have happened on the planet. The worst atrocity that have ever happened, and all the nations agreed, except for, except for the chief house of Esau, which is Amalek, those Israelis, so called, and America, and then I think what was the other
Mm-hmm.
country, Venezuela or somewhere.
Yeah,
It was like one
it
other
was like
country.
Venezuela, the US, and Israel.
Yeah, yeah. So those and there we go again. They're not on one accord. Now the U.S. and Israel knows that they had so much to do with the transatlantic slave trade. They're gonna just implicate themselves. The other nations was like, yeah, we did it, but the U.S. and Israel understand. Hey, if you say that you did it, you understand what that means. I mean, you ain't gonna be able to trick the Most High
Right.
anyway. But what that means is, I'm gonna get a precept on it if you don't mind, real quick, and it's just a quick
Yeah,
one.
go ahead.
But this is what that means. This is Psalm chapter 110 and verse number 5. It says, the Lord at your right hand, the Lord's right hand, shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with dead bodies. He shall
Mm.
wound the heads over many countries. He said he's taking them out. It ain't no coming back from that, man. You can read in Joel where it says he's gonna gather them all and plead with them there for his people and for his heritage. Israel, right? So them implicating themselves, even though we already knew, but all these other nations implicating themselves in what they did to the children of Israel, man, it's just setting up prophecy. It's just
There we
setting up
go.
all of the prophecy.
Yeah, I had to bring that up so you can see all the
Oh,
votes.
come.
Because
Wow.
there was 123 votes saying it was the gravest thing that's ever happened. 52 countries were like, I don't have no right to say anything about it, any of this, which was
Mm.
was some of the UN, the United Nations. Most of their people was like, man, I better not say anything, but then I'm gonna make myself incriminate myself.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
what thief is gonna
I plead
tell
the
on
fifth.
themselves? Right.
I plead the fifth.
People. But man, but look at that. Even 123 countries, like it said, hey, that was the worst thing that's ever happened against humanity. Not just like, oh, that ever happened to black people. All of humanity, it's the
Wow.
worst thing that happened.
Wow.
Like this. And then, of course, just like Jehu brought out, the US, Venezuela, and Israel, we already know because they the biggest victim. We had the
Mm.
Holocaust. We had it killed 1.5 million. No 4.5 million. No
Yeah.
6.3 million. Uh, they numbers keep changing all the daggone time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then come to find out, it wasn't just Amalek that was getting killed. They were so-called black people that were in there as well.
Right.
That's a part of their number.
Mm.
So you using us as a part of your number,
Yeah. Yeah.
try to make it seem like it was a big thing. Man, how long did that happen? How long was the Holocaust? Oh,
Like six.
it wasn't hundreds of years. It
No. No.
wasn't
No. It
hundreds
wasn't.
of years,
Yeah. Like
right?
ours to this day, we still in the land of our captivity, all around the world.
Right, and that's crazy. But you got to be the biggest victim. Oh, the
Yeah.
Holocaust. Kate, don't say nothing about that. You anti-Semitic. Like, nah, we Semites. So guess what? We ain't. How we gonna be anti-Semitic against ourselves?
And we're Semitic. Right. Right. Right.
That,
Hey,
that,
and your own Zondervan proves that. Your own
Mhm.
Zondervan, you know what I mean?
Uh, it's just crazy how they paint the world will paint black people as the biggest. Oh, y'all the biggest victims, but then more than half the whole world said it was. That's what it was. We ain't lying.
Right.
We
Right.
we were wrong the whole time until somebody else voted on it that it was the worst thing that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get the heck out of here. We knew we were trying to tell people. We weren't even really asking for anything in the beginning. We just wanted to be recognized as people.
Yeah.
And then they forwarded, like what they forwarded the oppression. Once
Mm.
we got free, came the black codes,
Yeah.
Jim Crow,
Mm.
redlining,
Yeah.
all of that. Like, y'all free though. What was that called? I can't think of crop sharing. That's the other one I was thinking of. Crop
Oh,
sharing.
man. Yeah.
Then our people, when we started to get a leg up, like you bombed our places. We had the best doctors, we had the lawyers, all of that in one place. And Esau was like, instead of just being like, let's just let them have it. Let's let them have it. They have their community. They said, oh, this black kid whistled at a white woman and came in and bombed everything. Try to
Whistled
justify
at a
the
white woman.
wickedness.
Golly. You talking about trying to pick a fight? Whistled
Right.
at a white woman.
Man,
Golly.
back in the day, you couldn't even walk on the same side of the street they were on.
Ain't
You
that
had to, like
crazy?
white people walking on the sidewalk, you got to cross over.
Yeah.
You can't make eye contact.
Yeah.
They had those signs. No dogs, no blacks, no Hispanics.
Man.
Man,
Yeah.
and they just like this, and they think that boom, we gave you a black president. We're not racist no more.
Hmm.
It's
Hey,
all
but
done away with.
what you read about, I mean, what you brought out the very first in the beginning of the segment is that Esau still feels some type of way. He's suicidal, but he was gonna take some so-called Negroes with him. You know what I mean? Till his plot got spoiled. You know what I
Right.
mean? But he was gonna take some of us, he was gonna try to take some of us with him, right? He still feel the same way. They still plotting and planning, man. You think that's the only Edomite around here that's plotting and planning stuff like that? You
Nope.
know, mass murder and all that type of stuff, you know. Uh got to be aware. We got to be vigilant, you know, and stay in these scriptures. Stay together, you know.
That's
Stay
right.
together.
Man, because like it's a nation, like it said, a nation divided against itself, it can't stand.
You can't stand, right.
We can't let like the little things like, oh, I don't see this. I see the Sabbath on like every time the moon resets. Like, yeah, this is when the Sabbath comes at 7 days after that. Or brothers that say, man, I gotta like our Sabbath is weekly. It's every 7 days. That's like it's those are the things that we let divide ourselves. Other than like, hey, I see this brother, he trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Well, oh, then brothers like, oh, you ain't supposed to be those.
Yo, I think you froze up. Either you or me. I don't know if the brother froze up or I froze up. Let me.
Can you hear me,
Okay, I can hear you now. Hold on, King. I think I'm gonna go.
Jehu? Think you there? Dang.
Okay, I'm right back like I
You,
left something.
I don't know what just happened. Hey, we were
I,
hey, we
I,
were talking too good. Man.
yeah, yeah. You already know. You already know. You already know. But yeah, hey, man, I forgot what I was about to say. What was you talking, man? What was you
I
saying?
was just talking about the little things that we let divide
Oh,
us
yeah,
as a nation. Because
yeah. When
go ahead. So you before you lose your thought. Go
Nah,
ahead.
it's wild. When I was gonna say, you know, when a brother tells us, "Hey, this day is my Sabbath," you know what I mean? We doing a lunar, whatever. You know, we oh, okay, brother. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. And then we get back, and you know, brother doing whatever on his side. You know what I mean? He treating his day as his Sabbath because he's going by the lunar. That ain't gonna divide us, man. That ain't gonna divide
Mhm.
us. A lot of little stuff, you know, that we let divide us, and we can't. You know, we're so used
Right.
to that when they putting the two slaves up against each other and they fighting to death, and we always picking a fight in that evil eye. We can't have that, man. You know what I mean? We gotta admonish a brother in love, and even if we don't, you know, see eye to eye in certain things, we still gotta. Hey, that's a brother. You know, that's still a brother.
Right.
Still a brother. You know,
God.
so yeah.
Yeah,
But hey, man,
that's
we've been.
the
What
things.
you about to say?
Oh, I'm about to say that's the things, man. That those are the important things that Yahweh Shai try to teach us, man. He tried to teach us to have love for one another. Like
Right,
when it says like love your enemy, he ain't talking about love the people that are beating you down. He's talking about among his people. He wasn't out going. He wasn't in Rome telling Israelites to love the Romans.
right,
He was amongst his people. Like, hey, you can't be at odds or at ends with your brother. He even told you. He said, yo, sometimes your foe is gonna be of your own household. But he
right.
didn't say now hate them. He didn't say none of that.
Mm,
He was trying to repair the tear or the rip that we had amongst each other. He said he came to divide, but what he's talking about is talking about in truth. To
mm,
get he's trying to put a man against a mother against the daughter, far as like getting rid of wickedness. Not just
Right.
well, I just came in there just to cause confusion.
Yeah, now, can you hear me? You might have froze up again, huh? Let me get a brother a second. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Man,
Can you
my internet going out. That's
we've
the
been on
Lord
for a
saying I've
minute.
been
Like we
talking.
gonna yeah, we've been on it for a minute. But I was
Mhm.
gonna say on your point right there, that's true. Who's gonna be keeping these commandments and who's not. That's the divide. And it's crazy that people would even think that the disciples, Yahweh went to make us have good relations with the other nations when the northern kingdom were cut off. You know what I mean? Already. So you don't even repair the breach between me and my brother in my own house. Like you said, the people in my own house gonna be my own enemies. So instead of trying to repair with them, I'm gonna go all the way outside, cross town somewhere, and start talking to natural strangers and get them to be in my family, and
Mm,
instead of repairing this northern kingdom breach first.
right,
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Um, but yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lot of things. This says some of the poly laws. Sick of hearing that. I'm not sure what part of that.
probably just the argument that you're not supposed to do it, or you can't. Oh, it's unlawful to do it, or probably that part. Because I hear that a
Okay,
lot too.
okay.
Because that's getting old. They go like, well, the Lord never wanted it like that because Adam had Eve, and I'm just tired of it.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Keep, she said she's heard someone say you don't have to keep the holy days. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Wow.
It's kind of tough. Yeah, and that's where you kind of draw the line. You know what I mean? On the law, it's kind of tough, man. Yeah, but you still got to look at them as I mean, to an extent, like we read in Romans 11, and 27. For the gospel's sake, they're your enemies. Sometimes a brother can become your enemy for the gospel's sake, but touching the election, they're still beloved. And you
Mhm.
pray that the brother comes out of that strong delusion.
Con,
Because we got a lot of brothers, OT only brothers, and people that's rejecting the Messiah, people that's just rejecting the truth altogether.
right.
It's tough. But we built for this thing, man. All praise to the Most High.
All praises.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, this been a good class, man.
Come,
Like yeah, we
come.
couldn't make it out there to the streets, but hey, we're gonna be in the internet streets though.
Right, right, right. Right, right. I appreciate everybody that's in the chat, everybody that you know what I mean, that joined in, everybody that will join. All praise to the Most High. Most High will, and everybody that will join in. I pray that you glean something from this. All praises to the Most High. You know what I mean, for coming to the channel, stopping by the brothers' channels, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and the channels that are associated with this one. The brothers that got the channels associated. But tap in with us. You know what I mean. Whenever you see us live, or whenever you see us. Period. Tap in with us.
Con. Hey, with that, let me let me grab. It's been a while, but let me
Yeah,
grab
yeah,
the
yeah,
verse.
yeah. I'm glad you thought about it.
Man, it's
God,
been a hot little minute. But this
God,
is Isaiah 61 and verse 3. And it reads, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the
God,
planting of the Lord, that he, the Most High, might be glorified.
God. Rakatha
Man,
Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahushai. God,
con,
much love, sis. All praise to the Most
yeah,
High.
much love.
Come, come,
Yeah, much
come.
love to you in this household.
That's right. That's right. Right. We praying protection around y'all. And
Con.
as well as all the other households. You know what I mean. Um, all praises to the Most High. I'm gonna let you go ahead and close it out, King. You know me. I'll start just talking.
Now you good. Hey, and with that being said, I'm Hezekiah the servant.
Khan, I'm Captain Jehu. I'm Jehu. Shalom.
Hey, we the trees of righteousness.
That's right.
And we say shalom and shalom.
Khan. Khan. Shalom, y'all. Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yashala.
Mm.